Guys, I want to discuss The Rock for a moment. He undoubtedly stands out from the pack with that larger-than-life, bold personality of his.
I can't wait to see how this one plays out, Michael. Both of these guys looking like they refuse to lose here tonight.
The People's Champion is getting this WWE Universe behind him.
The Rock's electricity travels through the arena and into millions of televisions around the world. The People's Champion prides himself on thrilling audiences with his physical and verbal abilities. He also enjoys educating people on the meaning of one of his most cherished mantras, boots to asses.
Well, Michael, the Brahma Bull has megawatts of electricity and almost too many mantras to count. At 6'5" and 260 pounds, the power, the speed, the charisma hits you like a ton of bricks. There is no one like The Rock, not even close.
So, King, I think the point we were getting to is the persona of The Rock is larger than life because he is larger than life. Whether you like him or not, you can't deny he is what he says he is. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment. And he has millions and millions of fans that would agree.
And I know you're jealous of The Rock, Cole, because you couldn't electrify a fish tank if you threw a toaster in it. But I totally agree with what you were saying. The Rock's persona connects him with the people, as he puts it. His millions and millions of fans. You're going to need all the help you can find, and then some, to go one-on-one with the Great One.
When it comes to putting away an opponent, having a devastating finisher is essential for a successful career. Well, The Rock has two. He can lay the smack down with the rock bottom or finish you off with a people's elbow.
And he's heading out onto the floor.
Yeah, and can you imagine the damage he's going to be able to do out there? Back between the ropes.
Well, Michael, you spoke to The Rock's various plans of attack and all the ways he can put someone away. Well, you weren't kidding. The People's Champ looks to pin someone's candy ass with a rock bottom or with the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment, the People's Elbow. It's like he tells his foes, just bring it.
To me, a true mark of offensive versatility is the end result.
Right.
I've seen The Rock score an almost equal amount of wins by way of the rock bottom as via the People's Elbow. Pretty impressive if you ask me, and I'm sure the Brahma Bull would agree.
Well, nobody asked you, Cole, but you said it before, and I'll say it this time. A devastating finishing move is essential for a successful career. It's impressive, and The Rock has too. I'll leave it at that. Think about this fact. No one in WWE history has taken fans on such a wild ride throughout his career like the Great One, The Rock. The people react to him like his millions and millions of fans are in the arena with him every night.
Let me just say, during all my years as a broadcaster with this company, I've seen some mind-blowing crowd responses. They all pale in comparison to when the man with the people's eyebrow hits the stage. Like it or not, everyone smells what The Rock is cooking. It's just a fact. Sellout crowd after sellout crowd. The fans rise for The Rock's every move. To witness crowd reactions like this, it's the stuff that gets your heart racing. It's the stuff of legend.
You're right. The energy and sheer excitement that can be felt from a crowd when The Rock is announced, it's incredible. I mean, he is truly an icon in this business like no other. He is in rarefied air as a performer whose influence will be felt by generations to come. You know, from training with his dad and Pat Patterson, to his time in Memphis, to his WWE debut, he's a multiple-time WWE champion, a tag team champion, intercontinental champion, a WCW world champion. Whew. He won the 2000 Royal Rumble, headlined WrestleMania after WrestleMania, and is one of the most popular actors in all of Hollywood. A trophy room? The Rock needs a whole house. You know, you don't get to The Rock's level overnight. Some people work their entire lives and don't accomplish 1/10 of what he's done. Now, to look at where The Rock has come from in his first WrestleMania at WrestleMania 13 as Intercontinental Champion to one of the most recognizable faces on earth, it's absolutely phenomenal. Simply phenomenal.
When you start talking about a finely tuned athlete like The Rock, you're talking about someone who played football for the University of Miami. And at 6'5", 265 pounds, possesses unbelievable power and dizzying speed.
Yeah, The Rock's bloodline is unreal, Michael. Grandson to High Chief Peter Maivia, son of the great soul man Rocky Johnson. The Brahma Bull has the power, the speed, the toughness, and, well, heck, the charisma to pretty much do whatever he wants in the ring and on the mic. As I was saying, Michael, The Rock is now and has always been an amazingly fine-tuned athlete. I saw him when he was training for his career in WWE with Pat Patterson. On top of all the great things that have been mentioned, he also has an immeasurable will and won't stop until he gets what he wants. You can't stop The Rock.
We talked about The Rock's power, speed, and charisma. All of this is what helps him lay the smackdown on an opponent and connect with his millions and millions of fans around the world.
You know, it's rare in this business to use a finishing move that brings you such fame it becomes part of people's everyday vernacular. Well, the Great One has two, and they'll both have you seeing lights. The rock bottom and the people's elbow. You know, Cole, I definitely know about finishing moves, and as the king, I need to remind you that mine is the pile driver. Hey, it almost broke Andy Kaufman's neck, and it helped me keep my crown many times. As for The Rock, he's got two finishing moves, and they both have brought him WWE gold. This is a guarantee. When the People's Champ comes out, the response from the crowd is deafening. I mean, whether The Rock is on top of their favorite list or #1 on their hit list, you can bet you'll know the Great One is in the building. It's unbelievable. You know, I think it's considered a given that when someone who's known as the People's Champ makes his presence known, it's going to be a wild night at the arena. The man's moves and maneuvers are like nothing anyone before him has ever done in or out of the ring. Looking at The Rock in that ring reminds you pretty darn fast about what he's bringing to a fight. Power, speed, toughness, tons of trash talk, and the people. You can't forget about the people. He is the People's Champ, and by God, they love this man. Now that you think about it, I'm not sure which area is the Great One's strongest, but in looking at all of the things you mentioned, I can't really find a weakness. That'll always spell trouble for an opponent. Just a mention of The Rock's name sends crowds into a frenzy. The Rock is exactly what he says he is. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment. You know, there is no one that personifies sports entertainment like The Rock. A decorated champion and a Hollywood megastar who thrills people all over the world. No one can stop The Rock.
Here he is, the third-generation superstar, the people's champion, the Brahma Bull, and the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock.
I'll tell you, Cole, when you think back to his start at the 1996 Survivor Series, to Rocky Sucks, to the Nation of Domination, and the Great One, The Rock has done it all here in the WWE and in Hollywood.
Oh, check that out. We have a first here this evening.
And that was awesome.
I don't know if we've seen that from him before. I mean, it's definitely a first tonight.
This is great. This guy will try anything.
King The Rock is known as the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. His career accomplishments are simply amazing, and to see how he went from dominating WWE to dominating Hollywood is incredible. A wild overhead punch wreaking havoc in here.
No kidding, that shot came out of nowhere.
Now, why did he do that? A move like that's low. It's appalling, if you ask me. Totally disrespectful.
Well, when he sees the belt, he likes to hit below it.
This man means business.
Well, it's certainly been a storybook career for the People's Champion. Twists and turns included. A decorated warrior, superb athlete, and an amazing entertainer. An icon in WWE and Hollywood. Man, The Rock has done it all. And you know what? He's not done yet.
And the offensive display by John Cena.
Hard kick to the ribs.
Oh, that might be it right there. The Rock may be in a bad way here. This could be the start of an ugly downward spiral if he's not careful.
Well, if he can't bounce back from this, then maybe he's not as tough as I thought he was.
And on top of that, John, these two guys couldn't be any more evenly matched at this point.
John Cena starting to take some deep breaths in there. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
Look at this guy. He's better than what we're seeing right now.
Oh, it's been a great match up to this point, and this could really go either way. He's pulling out all the stops tonight. Not this!
John, it's the most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment.
Talk about iconic. Talk about classic. Here it is.
We got it covered. He's got some fight left in him.
You know, you can never count this guy out, Cole. Oh, there is no quit in this man tonight. The Rock is building some well-deserved momentum right now. Reversal. The Rock showing his skills.
Whoa, some reversal by John Cena.
The Rock turns it around. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Wow, he was quick as a corpse on that one.
The Rock going to work now.
This guy's just getting worn out. Oh, what a shot. Oh, the offense of The Rock is working well right now.
And that series ends in deadlock. Neither one of these superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand.
He's showing no signs of letting up. Is this it? Well, John Cena has taken on a lot of damage. I'm not sure how much is left in the tank.
There's a good chance he can't recover from this.
Well said, Michael, but we've all seen him come back from worse beatings in the past.
Jeez, this is not a very good spot for him to be in right now, John. He's got to find a way to insert his dominance back into this match. And he reversed it. Good move there.
Folks, this is where superstars become immortals. A win at WrestleMania lives forever in the annals of sports entertainment. He's making a statement here with this attack. Legs taken out by the Russian leg sweep.
Wait a minute, we're not in Russia, are we? Oh, out here you have to be able to think on your feet lightning fast. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and you can find yourself in a world of hurt.
Oh, don't do this. He's had enough. This could be it.
Cena's in trouble.
A tight hold here. Does he have enough left to fight out? Some damage has been dished out, but certainly not enough to assume this one's even close to being over. How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment? Oh, God, his body's been through hell, and his ribs have bore the brunt of the attack.
And I hope we can get a doctor out here as a precaution. Damaged ribs like that can make it hard to breathe.
John Cena with a slick reversal.
Working the body. What type of competitor is favored when you step outside the ropes, King?
Well, in my opinion, the more vicious, the more destructive person that's willing to do absolutely anything to hurt his opponent, regardless of the consequences, he has the advantage.
These competitors trying to keep their wits about them.
Well, Cole, it's so important not to lose your cool in a match like this, not to lose your focus. You make a mistake, and I guarantee you, your opponent is going to capitalize on it.
Another amazing singles contest. These two never cease to entertain the WWE Universe. Through the announce table.
Well, how much did that hurt both those guys? That was insane.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
I can't blame him. Keep it in the ring. Uh-oh. He's in position, ready to strike. If he keeps up this pace, this could turn real ugly real fast. Look out! We know what this is.
Oh, the reversal by John Cena. You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
Yeah, you really have to enjoy hurting someone.
Oh, no. We know what this is. The attitude adjustment.
He's won another. Now that's a finishing move. This thing might be all over.
And John Cena